Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to McCurdy Outdoors. Today I thought I'd go over how I find where I ride, and for new riders that don't know where to go, how I plan my trips and how I figure out where and when I go. So stay tuned, here comes the intro, and we'll dive right into it. What's going on, everybody? This is Doug with the McCurdy Outdoors channel. I recently had a Facebook question or a message on Facebook, and I thought I'd address that with a video. I went ahead and replied and gave it my thoughts, but it got me thinking this might be a good video. We'll see. Anyway, thumbs up if it is. I guess thumbs down if it isn't. Anyway, the question basically is I'm new to the side-by-side community. I believe he bought a RZR. He's lived in the valley what appears to be his entire life, or at least he grew up here. And the question was, how do you plan your rides? How do you know where to go? What do you do to research all these rides? And I came up with 5 tips. And these probably don't apply to everybody. I think most people that have been doing this for quite a while, they know what they like, they know what they don't like, and they don't really research anything at all. Maybe if someone posts something, they'll look into it, or they'll look at the ride track or the area or whatever. But this is how I do it. Number 1, Google Maps is your friend. Go into Street View, which is just a normal view, and that'll show most main roads. Like the road I'm currently on, which is, I believe, 374 South, also known as the Boise Bridge Road that runs north. That's this road. It cuts across Harris Creek at the summit, or Harris Creek Road, that is. But all the offshoot roads is when you need to go into the satellite view, because it's not going to show up on the Street View. I don't know if the Google car it didn't go down those roads, or they just don't want people knowing on the Street View. So once you figure out an area, go into the satellite view, and you can tell where roads are. The only big disclaimer in doing this type of search is you don't know if that's private or public. In most cases, if you're in the national forest, you know it's public. And number 2, you don't know if it's gated off or closed. I've had instances where I go somewhere, it looks like awesome riding, there's tons of roads, and all the roads are gated, or even the main road's gated, or it's tank trapped and closed, and I mean, it's kind of a nightmare, but that's part of the adventure, that's part of exploring different areas that you can't find any other videos on YouTube or Facebook. You can't find any relevant information on. Number 2, Facebook groups. The one Facebook group I would mention if you're in the Treasure Valley or in Idaho is the Idaho RZR crew. You can just search through Facebook, find that club or group, and ask to join. And I think he lets everyone in. And it's a great place to find information. People post pictures, ride videos, camping pictures, you name it, it's on there, and it's all local people. And the vast majority of people in that group are more than willing to help. You ask a question, and within a few hours, there's 20 comments, depending on the question. I mean, if you're being dumb, it is what it is. Number 3 would be online forums. Now, this is more of a nationwide thing, but there usually are subgroups, at least in the RZRforums.net forum group. And you can ask, and people have posted other rides or camping trips or more notable areas like, say for instance, Moab. There's a ton of information on Moab. Or For instance, like Hatfield and McCoy. That's not really relevant to Idaho, but that forum is a wealth of information, not only for rides, but on maintenance, machine, if you're broke down, if something's not right, you can get a ton of information from that forum. And that would lead to number 4, and that's YouTube. YouTube's pretty good, although most people won't tell you where you're at in the video. They'll give you a general idea. Like right now, I would say I'm in like Placerville area. Well, there's a lot of trails around Placerville. But generally, if you ask in the comment section, they'll let you know, hey, this is whatever trail or whatever road. You might not get the full scope of the ride or the GPS track, but for the most part, you'll get a general idea of where he's at, and you can kind of figure it out and go back to your Google Maps or whatever GPS you use, and you might be able to figure it out from there. And that leads me to the number 5 tip, which is the Idaho Trails website. I don't believe it's all trails, but if you type in Idaho Trails on your Google map, and I'll link I'll link the address down below and in the description, and that's a wealth of information. It shows you literally every trail, I believe it's in Idaho. Now, big disclaimer, just like Google, it's not going to tell you whether the road's open or not. It will, however, tell you what's legal on each trail and road. So it'll show single track, it'll show 50-inch trails, it'll show Jeep trails, it'll show paved. So everything is on there. Now, it's kind of a nightmare navigating it. I don't think the landmark system is set up very well, but you can kind of figure out where you want to go and plan out like a loop. I like going on loops, that way you're never backtracking. But that website has helped. And if you cross-reference that with Google Maps, it's worked really well for me. Because what looks like on satellite view as maybe a old Forest Service road, well, guess what? It's just a little four-wheeler trail or something to that nature. So that's been my 5 tips. I think we're gonna go up the Boise Ridge Road, check that out, or at least go up to where we got stuck last summer, or last winter, that is. So I want to say thanks for watching. This has been McCurdy Outdoors. Follow me on all the social sites, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I appreciate all the support. Thank you to my 3 patrons that are donating to my channel. Your support is amazing. I can't thank you enough. But this has been McCurdy Outdoors, and I'll catch you on the next ride. But don't forget, the adventure awaits.